Welcome to this live broadcast. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. It is Deborah. Let's bury this elephant in the closet. Once and for all, right? I hope you can hear me loud and clear. I hope it's, you know, I hope the audio is fine. Thank you so much. My name is Deborah. You are joining me live or on the replay here on Nonconformist Eyewear on YouTube. Okay, today, actually, before I get started, I do want to apologize sincerely for if you had seen a notification from me. It would have been 2 Saturdays ago where I had scheduled to go live. I think I'd scheduled it on a Saturday or Friday and then a Saturday. Anyway, something else will come up, some sort of emergency will come up, and then I pushed it forward. And then as soon as I push it forward, another emergency comes up. And so I couldn't do it. So I just said, you know what, forget about it. When you're ready to go live, just go live. And those who catch it live will catch it live. And those who, catch it on the replay, catch it on the replay. So, which elephant are we talking about? I hope this will be the last time that I have a discussion about this for a long time to come. But there's no harm in us having a discussion because I do get questions being asked or comments being made, in terms of, so are you telling me that you don't put any oils at all in your hair? Like, really, you don't put anything? I mean, I think it comes across as not disrespectful in any shape or form. I don't see it as disrespectful or rude at all. It is wonderful for people to ask questions because they're curious. I think it's also the curiosity is so they're kind of shocked, like, how do you survive without oils in your hair? So I want to start off by saying oils are not the devil. Absolutely not. Let's not sit here and try to demonize oils just because we are free from locking our hair or we have a different outlook on life and we've chosen to go a different path, or we are doing our best to embrace everything that is given to us naturally. So those that are still on a different path, that's fine too. We all have to find our way and then decide for ourselves what's best for us. So I've got my notes down here. So just bear that in mind in case you are wondering why I'm looking down here. Again, the video is going to revolve around the topic of this oil. And as I said, it's not the devil. Yes, it's the elephant in the closet that, some people want to keep locked in the closet. Some people want to release it and let it come out. But yeah, anyway, this is my take on why I wanted to do this video. And if I can just say that sitting here doing this video doesn't mean that I've never used oil in my natural hair. Yeah, as far as my locks are concerned, no, I just don't gravitate towards it. I do have the temptation. I'm gonna be honest. I do have the temptation sometimes, but I'm able to succumb. Sorry, not succumb. I'm able to dismiss that temptation. So I don't give in to it. Succumb means giving in. I don't succumb to it. I dismiss it. Okay, so I have a very strong willpower to say, why? Is it just because everyone's doing it? What am I seeing that is making me want to do that? Okay. So as I was saying, it's not the case that I have never used oils in my my natural hair. I have used oils in my natural hair. I was a loose natural for very many years, and it was part of my routine. One thing I do know is that when I was a loose natural before I had my locks, way before my locks, because my hair is so thin and fine, I noticed that if I use oils or use too much oils, it would weigh down my fine hair. My hair didn't even like it then. I could tell. And if I had water in my hair and I add oil to it, it takes forever it would take absolutely forever. And I'll be wondering, why is it not drying up quickly? I don't know if the two combinations just don't go very well, but it tells me something. So anyway, this is my take on this whole discussion. I like to always do my videos and look at nature and what's in nature and make sense out of that. And one of the nearest things to us as human beings is animals. You know, you have animals out there who are mammals, okay? Animals, I guess, on a dry land, yeah, who are not living in water, and or they're not birds of the air. And let's take, for instance, hairy animals, your lions, yeah, for instance, they don't need to use any oils. They have a lot of hair, but they eat whatever nature makes available to them to keep their fur growing. It grows, doesn't it? It really, really grows. And I don't even remember ever seeing anywhere where a lion would say, you know, I need you to oil my fur, or even those that are even kind of domesticated or kept in zoos, you know, semi-domesticated, where the zoo owner will say, well, today we are oiling, you know, the hair or the skin or the scalp of the lions. It doesn't happen. They just use whatever they have. So that's always a good indication that if if their fur grows so well and it's lush and it protects them, they're just depending on survival and whatever is naturally available to them in their habitat. Then I can do the same thing too. And so, for me, I'll always say this, that as much as I can get in terms of my food and my nutrients, as much oil I can get as I can get from my food and my nutrients, which is the seeds, the nuts, legumes, and the vegetables. One of the best ones that I would highly recommend that I like to use is avocado. Consuming it, and I don't even consume copious amounts of it. I just take in what I need and what I feel like having, and I'm good with it. Yeah. So another reason why I've shied away from topically applying it into my locks is because of the fact that as I said to you before, because my hair is really fine, I know it will weigh down my locks. At the moment, not using oils in my hair or on my scalp, my locks are very light and fluffy. Should we show them? There's no point in doing a video and we don't yeah. Oh, feels good, feels good. Aye. Feels good. They're growing, right? Oh my Lord. They're growing. Should we show them? Tied away. I went out and it's cold. It's cold, cold, cold outside. Actually, today hasn't been that bad. It's been a real nice sunny day here in the UK. It's been raining. It had been raining all week. Almost for a whole week, it's been raining. It's been damp. And I was jokingly saying to my sister as we were going, I'm like, the rain is too much. Go away, go away. I was jokingly saying it to her. And she's like, don't keep saying that. You know, the farmers need rain. I'm like, which farmers? Oh, yeah, we do have farmers in England. So the farmers do need the rain. The soil needs the rain. And rain is natural. Why should I wish it away? We need it, even if it doesn't always feel comfortable. You know, I think the thing is, when it rains and it spits, you know, it kind of just and it's just doing tick 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 tick, and you're like, calm down if you need to calm down, just pour, you know, and then we know you've calm and you're doing your thing. So anyway, this is what the locks are looking like. So mine are fluffy, as I was saying. You know, if I put oil in them, in my locks, they will be heavy. They will have this whippiness to it. But since I've been growing them, it will be 3 years sometime in another few months. And I love the way they're so light and fluffy, and I don't have any smell. Nothing. Just smells like nothing. Doesn't have any smell in it, nothing. Not even musty. Yeah. And I haven't washed it for about, maybe, I'd say maybe 2 weeks or maybe a week and a bit. You know, the weather is cold right now, so the dampness, I am cautious of the need to wash it only if it needs to be washed because of the drying process. I want it to dry up um, very well. So I don't want to wash it unless I have to or unless it needs a wash. So anyway, this is one of the reasons why I just stay away from the oils. Okay. All right, another thing I find is that oil and they say oil and water doesn't mix very well. It is very true, right? When you mix, did I say this in my previous video? I've got a feeling I said it in my last live video, but maybe I didn't. And if I did, do forgive me. And if I didn't, I'm going to say it here. Oil and water don't mix very well. So, I guess the third element in that would be the hair. So the oil, the water, and the hair. And the way I look at it as well is if I put my hair, which is cotton, thank you for joining, good day, welcome. If I put my hair in the middle of the oil and water, I feel like I'm creating an environment that is conducive for a sort of smell. I'm just thinking about putting a piece of fabric or a cotton fabric into a dish, adding some oil to it, adding some water to it. And that fabric is not drying up. I think I said this already in my previous video. I really do think I said this already in my previous video. So go watch my previous video. Let me know. I'm not going to go over that point. I think I've mentioned it already. One thing I do want to say is, as I said at the beginning of the video, let us not demonize oils because they are not the devil. So if you find that it works for you, use it, use it if you feel that it works for you. If somebody else doesn't use it or doesn't want to use it, they also are not doing anything wrong. So I choose not to. I prefer not to because I am very in tune with my hair, my texture, the weight of my hair, the thickness of my hair, the lightness of my hair, the environment which I don't want to create in my locks. I want my locks to dry quickly when I've washed it. Like I said before, when I apply oil to my hair, when I was a loose natural, it would take forever to dry. And I have a feeling the same thing will happen with my locks. In those days, remember, my hair was loose, so you get a lot more air flowing through it. Now my hair is locked. Imagine it even takes longer for my hair to dry now. So if I add oil to it plus the water that is already in my hair, I feel like it's going to take me even doubly longer. And whilst it's drying, that has the potential for it to create an environment which is going to be a bit musty. So that's one of the reasons why. But I'm going to keep reiterating in this video, the oils are not the devil. Really, they're not. They have their purpose. For me, I prefer them in their natural form. I need oils. Let me put it that way. My body, my being needs oil. It needs it. You can't avoid it. The system needs it. Yeah. So yeah, I also stay away from it because it will attract a lot of things to my hair already naturally, or without anything else being in my hair apart from washing it with my soap or my shampoo and water. It would attract things. It just does. Any hair, doesn't matter what hair type you have, what hair texture you have, what style. Hello, welcome, thank you for joining, good day. Hello, thank you for joining. It's good to have you in the house. Who is in the house with me? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do watch the replay. Do watch the beginning of the video. I was apologizing for the fact that I meant to do this live about 2 weeks ago, and I did schedule it and it never happened. So at the best of time, hair will attract lint. When it's locked, it will attract lint. When it's got something in it, it will attract even more lint. When it's got oil in it mixed with water, it will attract even more lint and dust and dirt. So I want to minimize how much more I add to it in addition to what will naturally occur. These are things that are naturally occurring. I hope you can hear me loud and clear as well. So what I do want to leave you with on this video is eat your oils. If you are someone who wants to do or try what I do, I am not here sitting here saying to you, oh, banish oil altogether. You must not use oils. Oh, oils is no good for you, and let's start demonizing this thing. No, we're not in this community to do that. None of us are the experts. I just share what I'm doing and what I'm experimenting with, and what I'm seeing is working for me. And who knows, if it doesn't work for me for the near future, who knows, things may change. That's just life, right? Okay, so let's not try to get so hung up in things. But if you wanted to try what I'm doing by saying, okay, I've been using oils for so long and I want to not use it anymore, what can I do? Then up your intake of eating your oils. At least eat your oils, eat your seeds, eat your nuts, eat your legumes, eat your fruits that are your oily fruits or your oily vegetable. What is avocado? Leave in the comment box, what's an avocado? Is it a fruit or is it a vegetable? Is it a fruit or is it a vegetable? Avocado. What is it? A fruit or vegetable? And yeah, so once you eat those oils, my own thinking is the body would naturally distribute it where it needs to go. Okay. And the final thing I wanted to say is I'm also staying away, and I think I mentioned this in a very, very old video of mine, which would have been maybe sometime last year. Would have been last year when I mentioned it in a video, but let me mention it again here. One of the main reasons why I'm staying away from applying oil to my hair itself, the shaft, the length of my hair, plus also my scalp, because of course, even though some of that oil might find its way right into the pores, some of it will also find its way into my locks. Is because of this whole process of having to degrease it when it gets into my locks. I just have this concern that I don't want to have to be detoxing my locks and degreasing my locks with all these different things. They say prevention is better than cure. So rather than having to cure something that I can easily prevent, I will gladly prevent it. So as you can see, it's growing. If you do remember, if you've been following me on this journey from the day I did my very first video here, welcoming you. If you haven't seen it, go ahead, check out the welcome video, which is featured on this channel, and see what my hair looks like. Check some of my old videos. You don't even need to watch all of them. You could just clip a couple of minutes of it, a couple of seconds, and you'll see how much it's changed. And that tells you, or tells me, it's growing. And that is just from not putting any oils in it. So if it's telling me it's growing, why fix something when it's not broken, right? It's not broken, so what's the point in me fixing it? So it's growing, it's doing its thing. Someone said to me the other day, oh, your locks have grown. And I'm like, yeah, I can't quite see that they are, but I know they are, if that makes sense. Because I know that they are I can feel them somewhere here. I can feel them somewhere here. So I know they're growing. And I definitely know they're growing because I know this was somewhere here. Not so long ago, this hair dangling down here was somewhere up here, and it's now down here, and it's just one sitting in on its own. It's just kind of one, and I've got all this loose, and they're flat, super flat, absolutely flat. Can you see it? It's so flat. I hope you can. Yeah, very, very flat. So should I give you, I don't know, a spin before we go? I hope you can see it. I don't know. I hope you can see it. How's yours going? Are you locking your hair? Are they locked? Should we do a side view? Can you see it? And our ever faithful Congo. Our ever faithful Congo is still there as well. Yeah. So that pretty much is it. Thank you for joining. And I hope that's the last time we talk about. I bet you it's not going to be the last time we talk about all this, but it's good to have these conversations and just reiterate them. Sometimes we have new people joining videos and joining the channel, and they don't take the time to go and watch old videos. Some people don't have the time to do that. I tend to do that when I sign up to someone's channel or subscribe to their channel. I want to see where they started from. I want to see old videos and what they said in the past. But not everyone does that. Not everyone is like me. So I guess repeating it or saying it again and adding more to it, and yeah, hopefully it's comes across to you as positive, and not a bashing of something that has been around for a very long time. Oh, and also one other oil that I would say is very good to eat in its natural state is coconut. Coconut, the oil, eat the coconut. The Rastafarians in the Caribbean, they swear by it. You would very rarely see them go and buy oils or olive oils and things like that. They just get their coconut, they break it, they grate it, they squeeze out the oil, and that's what they use to prepare the ital food. They tend to have soups and a lot of things like that, and vegetable-based dishes, and that's what they use. And I've been using that off and on for some time, not predominantly, off and on. And I tell you, when you cook soups with it or when you cook vegetables with it, I tell you, oh my God, it tastes so good. It tastes so good. Sometimes the process can seem a bit tedious, but as soon as you get into the habit, you don't even need to use a whole coconut. You can just break up or crack a coconut, take a few pieces of it, grate it, just squeeze it with your hands or squeeze it with a muslin cloth, and then just use the juice from it. You only need a little bit. In fact, if you grate a whole coconut, you'll find your soup will just be too much. It'll be too rich with it. Absolutely brilliant oil, as opposed to when they process the oil from the coconut. Can you believe it? Can you actually believe it? So coconut oil from coconut, raw, good coconuts. You just take your coconut, unprocessed, crack it, take the flesh out, give it a liquid grating, squeeze the juice out, the pulp. You can even use that for something else if you want to. You can dry it and use it in other things, and then use that to make your food. Until next time, I have said enough. This is a long video, but I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the love you're showing on the short. Thank you for the love you're showing on the channel. Please do subscribe to help grow the community. I do definitely want to grow this community, so please do subscribe, like, comment, do share, invite your friends in who want to join the Freeform Law community or the law community, so we can all encourage each other. And yeah, if you have a channel of your own and you are following me here and you would like me to support your channel, please leave a link to your channel. Please do not spam the page, do not spam the video, but leave a link to your YouTube channel or the name of your channel, and I'll be more than happy to go check you out where you are. All right. See you later. Bye.